Hey, this is Kyle Roloffs, and I want to show you in this video how to adjust and edit the menu on your Duda website. So in the previous videos, I've shown how to make your own logo or click to call phone number logo using Canva, and in this video, I want to show you how you can adjust the menu on your Duda website. All right, so first of all, we're going to right click on the right menu. We could pop up the menu editor that way. You generally need to right click or right on the link, right on one of these links on the menu to do that. That's first of all you click, then you can click on the navigational links and open this. Now, to edit the menu design, we want to go to Edit Design. Now, we can choose the orientation of our menu. We can make it horizontally across the top, or we can make it vertical while going down below. Or it can be horizontal with a logo. Notice how our logo gets centered in there as well. Or it can simply be horizontal. Now in this page, now down below here, we can choose what pages we want to include. And in this case, we want to include all the pages. So these pages here, we can choose the styling right in here. So we're going to choose the frame color. We have no frame color right now. But if we were to add a frame color, notice how it would knock out everything. We can change it to be a red one. That's where the frame color would appear. So to go back to nothing, we can click on the box with a circle through it. And then we have our menu there. So you can adjust the space between items. This is a more technical element, but what it does is, notice how we've got 50 px off the side here. Or I got 0 between the side, and then I've got other pieces between the top and bottom here. I can move things around by if I go to click 100 px. Then I separate everything by 100 more than what it was before. Notice how the spacing changes here. That's what, so if we add like 50 to this, notice how it adds 50 below the item here inside the blue box. Versus if we were, so we'll go back to 0 here, versus if we were to add 50 outside here, we can add 50 below, and we add spacing as well that way. So then we have the text line box here, and then we have 50 after that. That's where the 50 is ending up. Now, if you want to be, you have a slider to edit it as well. But that's how to edit the spacing inside of your menu to make it appear different. So we want to go to here to add 10. These are just simple little customizations that you can make. All right, selected page and hover. So notice how when my mouse hovers over the text color changes. Side underline here versus we can go to none. Now notice how the text does not change color. We can do center underline. Notice how the underline pops out from the center. You can choose the side underline and we'll be back. That doesn't really show us much either. You can kind of experiment around with different ones. So then this just lets the user know where their mouse is and that this icon is ready to be clicked. In web design terms, we talk about this as far as UI, or user experience, user interactivity. So notice how that changes. It's a little bit mesmerizing there. So float, forward. This lets the user know that you have that they're able to click that one at this point in time. So I like the center underlines. We're going to leave it with that. Then you can choose the line style here in this case. So then, okay, we've got a 2 pixel thick line going underneath. I can make that line thicker by going underneath here like that. But 2 is pretty good. I can change the color of that line by selecting this. We can make it ugly underneath there. So that's how to change the color on Duda as well. And here we've got the subpage style. Now the subpage style is if you have drop downs from each page. So in this case, we have our services listed underneath here, but let's just say this is our service tab, and we want all our pages to come out from that. Now, if we go to pages, and then if I go to our work tab, now I can have this be up below it. So this is technically a sub page now. Which if I go services, so now I'm restructuring how I've got each of the pages. Because right now this one is hidden from menu. So I want to show it in navigation. And now services was right there. So we have now our service pages here. And then if I go to preview, you can see how they all appear, how it redirects me to part of the way down the page. Because if we go over to pages, and inside here, this anchor denotes that it's a particular spot on the page that this is going to bring me down to. So if I click downward on here, notice how it brings me to right here. This is brings me to the bathroom page. That means it's a particular link on the page that this is linked to. So another way to think of this restructuring here is just to get some sub pages going on here is to go to balcony, new, there's there. So what we want to do is make this show on all, show on all. So we put it all under outdoors. What we need to do here is go to put it under home, because that one's actually showing up in the navigation. I don't need 2 layers of sub pages, that's fine. But now underneath there, so this is where we can edit on the menu our sub pages. So notice how the sub pages appear right now as a white font when they're moused over, but then have a light font when they're not. So then we have navigation design, and then we can go to sub pages. So then we can choose what we want the sub page to look like. Now notice the background color. This is the background color that it's referring to. Now when it's hovered over, it's black. So we can go to change that to a blue or purple. It's kind of a dark blue there. But then when that's moused over, that's what it looks like. So that's how to change the different parts of the navigation. So when you're under sub pages, you're referring to these pieces here. When you're under pages, we're referring to these and then these. Because these are anchor linked pages. These are top menu pages. That's what I'd refer to them as. What I can hide, then we can hide this from the navigation by going into pages. And then what I can do is hide on all, and that'll make that one disappear. We can make these all these pages be where they were before, dragging them out and keep them even. That's a lot. It's very simple to do design and editing on a Duda website because it's all click and drag and it's all right in front of you. So that's how to edit the navigation or the menu on a Duda website. Again, we're going to watch that to make sure it saves, and then you're good set up to go. So we've got our two sub pages there with blue on them. If we don't want them to be blue anymore, we can just open the navigation. We can edit design. And we can go to sub pages, change it from blue, more of a light gray. And we can change our text. Link text. By changing out, okay, we want it to be darker instead so it's easier to read. There we go. So we went from link style. This is what it looks like to link text. To, okay, what is the actual text here? Where is the text? This is more like a Word document type of formatting, the link text, versus the link style is more of an appearance-based piece there as well. So we can move it all to the center, move it all to the other side. That's not going to do much because it's not multiple lines. But we can make sure we could go there and make them bold, make them underlined, italics. Kind of like them bolded. And you can see since this is a front end editor, that means you edit and I can see it on the same page. You don't have to update anything. It makes it super easy to edit. It's just one of the things I like about Duda. All right, so that's how to edit the navigation.